Hi yogis, it's Kim Picklap. Welcome. We're going to do a small flow today that will get into the shoulders for the most part. Hopefully it'll be fun. We'll play a little bit with strength as well and get on our hands a little bit. A block will be useful. It's not required. If you don't have a block, you can grab a book or something of a similar shape, a water bottle from around your house. We'll start for just a moment in a seat, simply to find our breath. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat. You're welcome to sit on your block. Close your eyes. Notice what's touching the earth. Lengthen up out of that. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Find some ease in the shoulders. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Again, inhaling fully. Exhale completely. Allow your eyes to open. We'll find our way into downward facing dog. We're going to set up from tabletop. So place your hands on your mat underneath of the shoulders. Find some strength in the fingers here. So spread the fingers, ground through the base of the pointer and the thumb, and then push the earth away so you get this little bit of openness in the back of the heart, gather through the low belly. From here, walk the knees back in space. So if they started under the hips, bring them toward the back of the mat some. So we're already getting some space in the armpits. Tuck the toes here, and then press into the hands, get length out of the armpits, lift the sit bones up and back. Keep a bend in the knees to start. Strong through the fingertips, ground through the base of the pointer and thumb. And then pedal out the legs here, bending and straightening. Finding your breath as you move. Maybe you're tightening the hamstrings and you want to walk the feet as wide as the mat. That can feel really nice as well. Continuing to pedal out the legs. Let the head release. Gaze is generally towards the thighs. Walking the feet back. If you walked them wide, so they're about in line with the hips, there's about a fist's distance between them. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Start to open the hip here. So externally rotate the right hip, bend the right knee. Check in with the shoulders. The left shoulder often dips as we do this. Gather it in line with the right shoulder. Gather a bit through the low belly. And then find a couple hip circles through that right hip. Big motions, one forward and one backward. Come back to three-legged dog here. We extend the right leg, level the hips. We're going to find cheetah. So pull yourself forward like you're going to high plank. Bring the knee towards the nose. Press the earth away. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg extends. Exhale, open cheetah, round forward, right knee to right elbow or armpit, strong through the fingers, press the earth away. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale with a twist, round forward, right knee to right, left elbow or armpit, strong fingers, press the earth away. Inhale, three-legged dog. Use that cheetah movement to step to lizard. Round forward, press the earth away. Step the right foot outside of the right hand. Lower the back knee here, and we'll just get a little bit into the hip. So move the hips forward and back in space. We're keeping the right knee in tight to the tricep, and we're trying to have the right toes and the right knee face forward toward the top of the back. Continuing to pull that right hip gently back in space. Rebend the right knee if it's partially straight. Stack it over the ankle. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, lizard. Side plank on the left. So get strong in the left hand, pluck the right foot up, stack it on top of the left, lift the right arm, press the earth away to get more space out of the left shoulder, so protracting the shoulder. Reach the right hand towards the top of the mat, palm down. From here, bend the right knee into the chest, press the earth away more so that you lift the hips higher. And we're going to try to step the right foot between the hands. Moving slowly, spiral onto the back toes, step the right foot between the hands. Warrior 2, back heel down to the mat here. Lift the torso up. Take up a lot of your mat here. Take up some space. Right toes forward, right knee forward. Left toes angle slightly in for most of us. They follow the hip point. Get strong in the feet. Gather through the pelvic floor. Gather through the low belly. Gather through the front ribs. Extend the arms forward and back. Gazes forward, unless that's uncomfortable for the neck. Keep the legs exactly as they are. Keep the right knee stacked over the right ankle. Bring the hands to the earth on the inside of the right leg. And then start to walk the hands over to the left until the torso is coming out at roughly a 45-degree angle. Here's where your block or your book can be really helpful. Place your hands on your prop if that's what your body needs. Start to walk longer so we get this really nice length through the side waist. And then mentally check in with your right knee. Keep pressing it back towards the right side of your mat so it stays stacked over the ankle. Find your breath. Breathe fully into the right hip. Gather a little bit of strength through the legs. Lift the torso back up. Refine Warrior 2. Open it up. Reverse. Left hand to the back thigh. Reach up and back through the right fingers. Check in with the right knee. It's still bent. Gentle extended side angle. Come through center. Keep length in the right side body. Right forearm on thigh, palm up. Left fingers reach towards the top of the mat, palm down. Get strong through the left leg. Rotate the heart upward. We'll take one circle in each direction with the left arm. So rotate it forward, down, and back. Really let that be big in its motion. And then rotate it back, down, and forward. Exploring through the shoulder. And then lift back up, Warrior 2. We're going to standing balance at the top of the mat. So you can come up on the back toes, spiral the left hand forward, shift the weight into the right foot, and then pluck this left leg up. Figure 4 balance. Externally rotate the left hip, bend left knee and ankle. Set the ankle on the thigh, bend the right knee, so we're balancing. Send the hips back in space. Gather through the low belly. Maybe you bring the hands to prayer here. Breathing into the right hip. Continuing to lengthen through the low back. Standing L. So again, your block can be really helpful here. Pluck your way up. So lift and pluck that left ankle off of the thigh. Send the left foot back in space, the hips square. That's the trick here, that's our main goal. So a block under your hands will help if the hamstrings are tight. All the left toes face the earth. You can bend the right knee here if you need to. That often makes this a bit more accessible. Continue spiraling the left toes toward the midline. Find a little space in the back of the heart, so breathe some space there. Warrior 1. Left foot comes to the mat a little bit wide, so your feet are not lined up with each other. They're lined up with your hip bones. Lift the torso, bend the right knee, power through the left leg so the left hip point moves forward and the hips square. Gather through the guts, lift the arms overhead, knit through the ribs. Exhale, cactus the arms. Bring the shoulder blades together and then drag them down towards the waist. Reach the heart upward. Keep the heart open or interlace the hands behind the low back. Power through the left leg, square the hips more. Humble warrior. Bow down here. Torso goes just inside of the right leg. Head hangs, let the head humble. We're working towards palms together and straight arms. But if that's not working today for your body, no worries. Bend the arms, separate the palms. Just breathe into what you have in the shoulders. Keep the power in the left leg. Pull the right hip back in space. So we're squaring the hips towards the top of the mat. One more breath here. We're going to go through our vinyasa to downward facing dog. Bring the hands to the mat. Shift the back foot on its toes. Step the right foot back to high plank. You can lower the knees if you like. Get strong through the fingertips. Puff up through the back of the heart. So protract through the shoulders. Gather through the low belly. Power through the legs. Point the toes here. And then lower only halfway. You may not even go all the way halfway. By halfway, I mean to the upper arms, to the biceps. Flip the toes, pull the heart open, shoulder blades together and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press up and back. Find a breath. Get strong through the fingers. Lengthen out of the armpits. Gaze towards the thighs. Maybe get a little stronger in the legs. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Open the hips. So externally rotate the left hip. Bend the left knee. Check in with the shoulders. Level out the right shoulder with the left. And then start to take some hip circles. One really big hip circle. Forward, exploring. And then one really big hip circle backward. Just noticing your own movement. Three-legged dog. Level out the hips here. Cheetah. Round forward. Pull yourself forward. Left knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, open cheetah. Round forward, left knee to left elbow or armpit, push the earth away. Inhale, three-legged dog. With a twist, round forward, left knee to right elbow or armpit, push the earth away. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lizard, use your cheetah movement, round forward, push the earth away. Set the left foot outside of the right hand. Lower the right knee here. We're going to move. We're just exploring our own hips. We all move a little bit differently. The anatomy of our hips are slightly different. So become familiar with yourself here. Shifting back and forth or side to side. From here, bring the left knee back over the left ankle. Tuck the back toes. If they're untucked, lift the right knee. Side plank on the right, so power in the right hand and fingers. Protract the shoulders slightly to start. Swing the left leg around, stack it on the right. Lift through the hips. Lift the left arm. Reach the left arm towards the top of that, palm down. Lift higher out of the shoulder by pushing the earth away. From here, bend the left knee into the chest. Lift the hips higher in space. With control, we're going to step the left foot between the hands. So keep pushing the earth away. Come up on the back toes. Step the left foot between the hands. Warrior two. Right heel to the mat. Lift yourself up. Here in our warrior two, the feet line up with each other. Front ankle, back arch. Take up your mat. Left toes, left knee forward. Right toes angled just slightly in. Power through the legs. Gather through the pelvic floor. Gather through the low belly, net through the ribs. Open the arms. Find a little ease in the shoulders. Leave the legs exactly as they are. Bring the hands to the earth or grab your block inside of the left leg. And then walk the hands out. So you're coming out at a 45 from here. Walk the hands further away from you. So we get that length in the side body. Check in with the left knee. Make sure it's stacking over the left ankle and it's tracking towards the toes, especially the pinky toe side. Check in with the power of the right leg. Let it be strong. Use your breath. Use your breath to find space and openness in the left hip. We're going to lift our way up out of this. So find a little bit of control and power. Lift the torso. Find warrior two, re-extend the arms. Reverse, right hand to the back of the thigh. Reach up and back through the left fingers. Keep that nice bend in the left knee. Extended side angle. Reach forward, left forearm on thigh, palm up. Right fingers towards the top of your mat, palm down. Check in with the back leg, lengthen the tailbone. Big circle through the shoulder. Take one forward. Take your time with it. And then take one backward. Again, taking your time. And then pausing in your extended side angle. We're going to come to the top of our mats. So lift up the torso some. Come around onto the back toes. Bring the right hand forward. And then pluck this right leg up, standing balance. Externally rotate through the right hip. Right ankle on the left thigh. Right ankle is bent also. Bend the left knee, send the hips back in space. Lengthen through the low back. So gather through the low belly and the pelvic floor in order to find that length. Maybe the hands find prayer. Breathe into the right hip. Standing L. Lift your way up. Start to extend the left leg. Pluck the right ankle up. Square it forward and then send it back. So if you would like your block or your book, place it under the hands. Right leg extends behind you and all the right toes face the earth. You can bend into the left knee to square the hips a little bit more. Find your breath. Find power in both legs. Breathe a little space into the back of the heart. Warrior one. Step the right foot back and a bit wide. It's at a 45, heel on the earth. Lift the torso, bend the left knee, power through the right leg to square the hips forward. Gather through the low belly, reach the arms overhead, pause. Cactus the arms, shoulder blades come together, and then they drag down in order to pull the heart up towards the sky. Interlace the hands behind the low back, the non-dominant way. Refine the power in the right leg, square the hips even more, and then humble it down. Humble warrior, bow down just inside of that left leg. Let the head hang. Continue to pull the left hip back in space. Continue to breathe into the shoulders. Continue to ground through the outside edge of the right foot. Good. From here, we're going to plant the hands. We're going to go to high plank. So adjust the right foot back on its toes. Step the left foot back. Strengthen the hands and fingers. We'll find a few chaturanga push-ups. You are welcome to lower your knees. I would rather see good form here. So wherever you are, make that straight line. Press the earth away to gently open the back of the heart, protract shoulders some. Point the toes if the knees are lifted. Elbows bend straight back as you lower. Exhale, press back up. Elbows bend straight back, lower halfway. Exhale, press back up. Elbows bend straight back, lower halfway. Exhale, press back up. Only one more. Exhales bend straight back. Elbows bend straight back. Exhale, press back up. Now we'll go to our upward facing. Lower halfway. Inhale, open the heart. Roll the shoulders back. Shoulder blades together and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Lengthen out of the armpits. Get strong through the fingers. Roll the eyes, the elbows toward the top of the mat. So we're going to have an option for a push-up on each of our cheetah moves on this round. It's simply an option. Work with where you are today. Inhale, extend the right leg up and back. Exhale, cheetah on center, round forward, knee towards nose. Option for one, push up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, open cheetah, round forward, right knee to right elbow or armpit. Option one, push up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale with a twist, round forward, right knee to left elbow or armpit. Option one, push up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, lizard. Round forward, right foot outside the hands, pause. Find your breath. I'm breathing hard. Pull the right hip back in space. Side plank on the left. Plant the left hand. Swing the right leg around. Lift high through the hips. Bend the right knee into the chest. Lift higher through the hips. With control, right foot steps between the hands, and then warrior two, back heel to the earth, lift it up. Find your stance, right toes forward, left toes slightly in. Right knee tracks towards the pinky toe. Reverse, inhale, lengthen, right side body here. Keep a nice deep bend in the right knee. And then just inhale back up to warrior two. We'll add an option. Reach the right arm overhead, bend the right elbow, and then you can grab hold of the right elbow. You're welcome to stay here or find full archer arms. Left arm will come out to the side, thumb down. Rotate around to the hand faces down, and then you just bend the elbow. So the hands are on the back body with the palms facing out. They may touch, they may not. Breathe into whatever variation you have found. Option to reverse. So reach the right elbow up and back. Keep that deep bend in the right knee. Unfurl. Extended side angle. Reach long forward. You may place the right forearm on the thigh. Palm up, left fingers reach towards the top of the mat, palm down. You may also reach the right hand closer towards the earth. Power in the left leg, lengthen the low back. You're welcome to a half bind. Left hand reaches up, thumb faces behind you. Rotate so the hand reaches towards the back of the mat, and then bend the elbow. And the hand can simply rest on the back body, or it can tuck the fingers into the hip crease. Either way, retract the left shoulder, roll it back and open. Lengthen through the low back. From here, we're going to lift our way back up, power up to warrior two, figure four balance. So start to shift forward and then pluck the left leg up, externally rotate hip, ankle on thigh, bend the right knee, shift the hips back in space. We will not be here very long. We're moving to eagle. Lift your way up. Cross left leg over right. That left foot can just hang out. It can double bind. It can be a kickstand. Left arm under right. You can grab the shoulders, or you can twist the forearms together. If you do reach up through the fingers, reach forward through the elbows. Lengthen the tailbone. Gather through the low belly. Warrior three. Option to keep your eagle arms. Lift the left leg up. Send the left leg behind you. The hips square. That's still our focus here. So if that means you need to bend the right knee, or if that means you need to use a block under the hands, those are all appropriate. Warrior one. Unfurl the arms, step the left foot back and wide. Lift the torso, square the hips, gather the low belly. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus, open the heart. Interlace the hands behind the low back. Open the heart more. Power through the left leg, square the hips more. Exhale, bow. Humble warrior. Humble the head. Square the hips. Find the breath. So we're going to have some options here. You're welcome to hold humble warrior. You're also welcome to bring the hands to the earth. Bring the right shoulder underneath of the right upper leg. If you need to heel toe the right foot out a little wider, that might make this a bit more accessible. Keep pulling the right hip back in space. Again, if this is still pretty tricky, you can come up on the left toes, move them back in space. Options from here, take the right hand into a half bind. So bend the elbow, place the back of the hand on the back body. Let there be some space in the back of the heart. Option from here, full bind. Find power in the legs. Lift the left hand, reach it behind you. Let the hands grasp. Let the heads keep humbling. Release any bind you have. Set the hands to the earth. Heel toe the right foot out more if you need. We're finding lizard. Scooch the left foot back if you need. Come up on the toes if you're not already. Square the hips. We're working towards right toes facing the top of the mat and right knee also facing the top of the mat. Toes and knee always face the same direction. Glue the right knee into the tricep. Push the earth away, open the back of the heart, protract shoulders. Pluck up the right knee so it faces behind you. From here, lower the right knee to tap the earth. Exhale, lift it back up, protract, and then set the right foot back down. We're going to move into broken lizard from here, which is a fun little arm balance. So it's going to piece together both that strength and that openness. Right knee is going to come over the right arm. Same thing we just did. Bring the right arm underneath of the thigh. Go ahead and heel toe the right foot in a little closer to center, not all the way though. Plant the hands, strong fingers, then the elbows, and then magnetize the elbows together so they face straight back and you'll open through the back of the heart. Level the hips, lift the right foot, and clamp the upper arm. So point the right foot behind you, bend the elbows, gaze forward, you go where you look. Start to shift the weight forward. Maybe the left leg lifts. From here, set the foot back down. Find your way back to lizard. And then we're just going to lower the left knee down. We're going to bring the right knee in line with the left. We're going to sit back for a second. Find your breath. And just release the wrists. So we're not doing a full counter. We're just going to do some little painterly movements, some nice circles here, preparing for the next side. Downward facing dog. Plant the hands at the top of the mat. Strong fingers, tuck the toes, press the sit bones up and back. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back. We have options for push-ups. Exhale, cheetah, round forward, knee towards nose, push the earth away. Option for one, push-up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, open cheetah, round forward, left knee to left elbow or armpit. Option for one, push-up. Inhale, three-legged dog with a twist. Round forward, left knee to right elbow or armpit, option for one. Push up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, lizard. Use your cheetah movement. Round forward, step the left foot down. And then pause here. Find your breath. Level out the hips. Side plank on the right. Power in the right hand and fingers. Start to push the earth away. Stack the left foot on top of the right. Lift up high through the hips. Reach the left arm forward, palm down. From here, bend the left knee into the chest. Lift the hips higher. With control, spiral around, keep pushing the earth away. Left foot between the hands. Warrior two, back heel down. Open it up. Extend the arms. Find the legs, find your feet position. Reverse, lengthen through the left side body. Keep that nice deep bend in the left knee. And then bring it back up to center, warrior two. We'll have options here. First option, left arm reaches up, bend the left elbow. Grab hold of the left elbow with the right hand. Keep the power in the legs. Keep the length in the low back. Second option, leave the left elbow, reach the right arm out, thumb down. Rotate down with the shoulder, and then bend the elbow. The hands can simply rest here, or they can join each other. That's up to your shoulders, not your ego. Let yourself be aware of your own body. If you would like, you can reverse. Lengthen left side body, reach back with the left shoulders. Extended side angle. Unfurl. You may take left forearm on thigh, palm up. Right fingers reach towards the top of the mat. Palm down. Power through the right leg. You may reach the left arm closer to the earth. Still power through the right leg and lengthen the low back. You may reach the right arm up. Flip the palm to face behind you. Rotate the shoulder so the hand reaches towards the back of the mat. And then bend the elbow. The hand can simply rest, or it can tuck into the hip crease. Wherever you are, retract the shoulder blade, roll the right shoulder open. Refine the power in the right leg. Use your breath here. From here, lift your way back up. We're going to that standing balance. So start to pivot forward, shift the weight forward, and then pluck this right leg up. Figure four balance. Externally rotate from the hip, ankle on thigh, bend the left knee, send the hips back. Hands might be at prayer, lengthen the low back. Eagle, lift your way up. Right leg over left. They zipper really tightly. The right toes can always be a kickstand and can always double bind. Right arm under left, you can grab shoulders, or you can twist the forearms together. Palms meet, reach up through the fingers, forward through the elbows. Zipper everything to your center line. Warrior three. You're welcome to keep the eagle arms. Remember, we're working towards squaring the hips. So if that means a bend in the left knee, let there be a bend in the left knee. Keep power in the right leg. Warrior one. Unfurl the arms. Step the right foot back and a little wide. Lift the torso. Bend the left knee, power in the right leg, square the hips. Reach the arms overhead. Keep gathering the low belly as you cactus the arms and reach the heart upward. Interlace the hands behind the low back. The non-dominant way, open the heart more. Power through the right leg, square the hips even more. Humble warrior. Bow it down. Right torso just inside the right leg. Let the head humble. Pull the right hip back in space. Keep the left hip back in space. Keep power in the right leg. We have options. You may stay here in Humble Warrior. It's a really lovely pose. You may release the hands. Bring the left arm and maybe shoulder underneath of the left leg. If this sends the hips way off to the left, create more space by shifting the feet. So you can heel toe the left foot out. That'll give you more space to pull the left hip back. You can also come up on the back toes, and you can even walk that foot a little bit further back in space, leveling out the hips. You're welcome to take the half bind. So bend the left elbow, bring the back of the left hand to the back body. Breathe a little space into the back of the heart. Power in the legs. Maybe you full bind, lift the right arm, reach around, let the hands meet. If you full bind, think about moving the shoulders away from the ears. Let the head continue to humble. Let the legs continue to be strong. Release whatever variation you've found, hands to the earth. Lizard pose. So if you need to heel toe the left foot out, you may. Hands will be underneath of the shoulders with the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Adjust the right foot back in space so the hips can lower so you're in one line. Back foot's on its toes. Left knee faces forward, left toes face forward. Power through the fingers, push the earth away, open the back of the heart, gather through the low belly, glue the left knee into the tricep, lift the left toes, point them behind you. From here, lower the left knee down to the wrist, maybe tap the mat, zipper it back up, push earth away, set the left foot outside the left hand, pause. If you would like, we'll play with Broken Lizard on this side as well. Little arm balance, just for fun. Bring the left shoulder underneath of the left leg. Heel toe the left foot in a little closer to the midline, not all the way there though. Replant the left hand. So the hands are still under the shoulders. Strong fingers, bend elbows. Gather the elbows together, point them straight back. That will automatically start to open the back of the heart, your protraction. Push the earth away, lift the left foot, point it behind you, clamp the upper arm, bend the elbows, gaze forward. You go where you look and then lift the right leg. From here, lower the right toes, refine lizard. Lower the right knee. Bring the left knee back. We're going to grab our block here so that we can sit on it. Some of you will not need the block to sit on. Some of you will enjoy it. So if you would like it, bring the block in between the ankles so you hold the block with the feet and then simply sit back on the block. Hands to the thighs. Take a breath. Find those small movements of the wrists here. Little rolls. Maybe switch directions. From here, bring the arms in front of you. Make fists. Let the wrists say yes. Up and down. And then bring them to center. Let the wrists say no. Side to side. Try to only move the wrists here. And then make a big circle in one direction, keeping really tight fists. And then a big circle in the other direction. And then release that. Try to resist the urge to shake out your wrists. Interlace the hands behind you. Work towards getting the palms together, but acknowledge where your own body is. Roll the shoulders back. Reach the hands towards the mat. Straighten the arms if they will straighten, or work towards straight arms. Press the tops of the toes into the earth. Gather through the low belly. And then as you reach the hands down, also think about bringing the shoulder blades together and dragging them down. And imagine that you're actually pushing the hands away from you. As you do, the heart will start to open, the front of the heart. The chest will begin to lift. Keep that subtle gathering in the low belly. And then drop the chin towards the chest here. Breathe into this chest expansion. And then release that. We're just going to close out with a nice supine twist. I'm already pretty sweaty here. It's a hot Louisiana day. Hopefully you are too. Remove your block. Move the hips over to the side. Bring the legs out in front of you. Shift the hips to where you want them. Go ahead and grab the back of the thighs so that as you roll down, you can do it nice and slowly and get the whole spine to lengthen down onto the mat. From here, bend the knees into the chest. We're going to shift the hips over to the right, and we have a couple options. You can simply let the knees fall over to the left. If they hang out in space, if they're not able to relax, place a block either underneath of them or in between them. If you want to go a little deeper, and by you I mean your body, not your ego, cross the right leg over left and let them fall over to the side. Before you completely relax, press the left arm in to the mat to lift the left shoulder blade and drag the left shoulder blade over to the right and reset the shoulder blades down. See if you can get a deeper thoracic spinal twist. You can let your eyes close here. Find your breath. Breathe into wherever you feel the side body, shoulders, hips. Use the power of the legs and the core to lift the legs back up to center. If you crossed, uncross. Shift the hips back to center. And then shift the hips over to the left. Same setup. So if you have your block and you like it, you can have it under or between the legs. If you would like to go a little deeper, cross the left leg over the right. Whatever you've chosen, legs come down to the right. Press the right arm into the mat to lift the right shoulder. Drag the right shoulder over to the right and reset down. See if you got a deeper thoracic spinal twist. Let your eyes close. Let your breath be full. Send your breath into the places that need it most, or the places where you feel this most. See if your inhales can bring some space and your exhales can release a little bit of tension. From here, find a little power in the legs and the core. Lift the legs back up. Uncross if you cross. Move the hips to center. We'll move into our final resting pose, our Savasana. Let the legs extend. If your low back is bothering you, you can place a blanket roll under the knees, or you can place soles of the feet on the mat and let them fall into touch. If the legs are extended, let them be a little wider than the hips. Let the toes roll out to the sides. Bring the arms by the sides a little away from the body, palms up. So we open the front of the shoulders. Tuck the shoulders under you, adjust yourself, and then close your eyes here. Let the back body spread. Feel its connection with the earth. Let the bones sink down, let the muscles melt. Let your thoughts grow heavy and slow. Allow yourself to spread down into the earth, and as you do, feel supported and let yourself feel safe. Take your time here. This place of stillness is just as important as our physical movements. Please feel free to stay here as long as you like. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Again, I'm Kim P. Peace for the body, peace for the mind, and peace for the spirit.